It's Zazook time. Bring my prep on my money climb. Charts and trends, let's make it clear. Trade today, no fear when you're here. Camera flow, the lines are tight. Plan a move before the fight. Strategy is sharp, we're leading the way. Zazook.App sit on the day. Zazook time. It's Zazook time. Zazook time. Guess what? It's Zazook time.
Okay, all right. Hello and welcome everyone to today's November 28th Crypto Pre-Market Live Prep. I'm with co-founder Andy. Andy, how's it going? Today's been a day.
Oh yeah, been good.
Yeah.
Been interesting.
Yeah. So what I noticed yesterday, I was wrong on my assumption. I think I said there was weakening RSI because I was noticing a bearish divergence. So actually, right after we got off the call, the market took off, and I got a call from a buddy. He said, "Hey, did you see the news on Russia?" So they're thinking like the Russia had something to do with the pump. But yeah, I think Rennie was right because he said during our call, he said, I don't know, this looks pretty good, and I mean, you gotta trust the vets sometimes, But anyways, let's see what you see. Interested to see what the market health is looking like, what sectors are popping, what sectors are not, and maybe we can dive into some juicy tips. So Andy, without further ado,
Sure.
let's do it.
Okay, cool. So hey everybody, hope you're well, and I hope you've either had a great day or about to have a great day. It's been a very interesting day. So the market health from this morning and the market from my morning and the market health from about an hour ago. So this was the start of the trading day, and as you can see, not much change really. Everything's still in the green. The memes are slightly underperforming the rest. All the rest are well up and doing very, very well, as you will see when I go through some things. And what was interesting was that the only change, the BTC long-term trend is still amber, so it's not green yet, but the short-term returned to positive at 19:01 today, my time, which is 1 hour ago. But it's all very interesting. So let's look at BTC because there's something I saw on the charts that I want to take you through. And as part of a game, what I did was I rewound the clock on my BTC chart here back to the 24th, which is like 4 days ago. Because what you see here is I've been following this down trend line here for quite some time now. Keep your eye on this yellow arrow here. There's also a bottom trend line. Now, this top trend line is descending, and this bottom trend line is ascending. So what we really want to do is to keep above this line to be going up. If we're constantly bouncing down, so let me just use my pen here. If we're constantly bouncing down here, then that's not good. If we're constantly bouncing up here and maybe going under a bit and over a bit and under a bit and over a bit, that's okay, right? So, but what's interesting is these two trend lines intersected about 4 hours ago. So I've got this on a replay, 10 times speed. Let's see whether the downtrend won or the uptrend won. Are you ready, Biz?
Yeah, cool. Interesting to see.
All right, let's do it. Let's keep our eye on it. Here we go. Here we go. Down, 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 up, up. And there we are. So what you can see is, as it stands right now, the downtrend has won. If I go down to the 15-minute chart, we're not following the uptrend, we're following the downtrend. Now, things might change. If we can get back above, let me go back to the hour chart. If we can get back above this trend line, maybe we'll continue a journey up. But at the moment, and granted, it's only been a few hours since they crossed, we have not gone back above it. And what we really need to do is to go back above it and stay above it, ideally. So,
Yeah.
so yes, that's where we're at. We did have a pump up here. As you can see, we went up about 3.94% roughly. What's interesting though is you see, we talk about hold and break levels. It absolutely bounced off this 15-minute hold level. So it went up, it started to come down, hit this 15-minute hold level, bounced off it. So, the hold levels are great, but at the moment, we're a tad unsure. So we're going to have to see how this plays out. So what this is telling me in terms of trading is, caution.
Yeah.
Just particularly for leverage trades, for high risk leverage trades.
Totally. And you can't really blame them. I mean, like, that was a major significant trend line that it broke, that ascending trend line.
Yeah.
Right. And so everybody was spooked out. But like a lot of people got washed out because it broke that trend line. But I mean, it just as quick as it broke, it almost just reversed and made it above that trend line. And now
be careful, Biz. Be careful, Biz, because there's such a thing as a fake out.
Yeah. Well, I faked out both ways, right?
Yeah. So it's which way is it? And there's still a lot of theories that we're going down. Obviously, when we remember my other BTC chart, which is the one that shows.
Well, you had one on the upper, like you had a channel going, right? Yeah.
This one, right? We're still at the moment. If with this trend line down here holds, then we're going down to here, and it may take some time, but yes. So let's see. We'll come back and have a look at this on the stream tomorrow. Let's see what's going on. But it's kind of been an interesting day inside Zazook, right? But there are other things I'd like to talk to you about. So for instance, I've got this tab here called 28th pre-market prep. Let's go inside here. We've all seen this image before. Many people have shared this. The path to alt season. There's your alt season at the bottom. Phase 1 Bitcoin, phase 2 Ethereum, and everybody's seen that we're kind of pivoting into Ethereum now. Bitcoin has kind of almost got to 100K and we're going down there. And then we're kind of going down to large caps, right? Now, the other thing I saw here today, it's a bit bright because it's got a white background, but this is a website that says the alt season. They say the alt season starts when it gets to 75, right? That's when it starts.
Sorry,
but
what is this?
This is just a website I found that called Blockchain Center.
Yeah.
That says when they monitor that the alt season will start. Now, I kind of take a little bit of issue with this, and I'm going to show you some evidence of that, right, in a second within our own service, right, Zazook. Imagine that you think that is true, that the alt season starts here, but look at the journey we've been taking up to get to it. So if we accept that there's going to be a fall in Bitcoin, the alts are going to fall back. Is the time to buy when it goes above here, or is the time to buy somewhere down here? Right? I mean, this is the thing. If you wait for the fallback that we know is coming in some of the alts, then get in rather than waiting for them to be flying to the moon. And I want to take you to this date here, the 23rd of November. And I'm going to take you back into our Discord. And this is a private chat that we have. You may remember, Biz, on the 23rd of November, which is this date here on this chart, I sent you a message going, something is going on with the alts. Check out the stats. And I showed you that in our elite channel, we had 230 trades, and only one of them had not reached 3% profit, right?
Yeah.
And if it had done, that would be 100%. So all 230. In fact, later it did go to 3%, but then we got more in there. I think there's like 270 or 80 in there now. But and it's still high 90s, right, in the current state of affairs. But I said to you, something's going on in the alts, and I actually wrote, I think the rotation is beginning early. BT dominance is falling back. Total 3 is rising. USDT dominance is falling. So I think this kind of goes to show that our data is showing what this is showing, that we are in fact moving down this channel down here, away from Bitcoin, down to this, and then some large caps. And the evidence of that is what people have been referring to as the kind of boomer alts. And I know Ran on Crypto Banter calls them the dino alts, right? Pick your name. Boomer alts I like because I am a boomer, right? So the XLM, ADA, XRP, I mean, it's been endless how many juicy tips we've had with these boomer coins doing amazing numbers. I mean, we showed them in our chit chat, right? ADA, XLM 400%, ADA, sorry, XLM up to 500%. And then we had, I think, ADA as well, right? Going hundreds of percent. And so yeah, I think that's really interesting. The other news that came in today inside our news channel, just pivoting a little. Did you see this news about Tornado Cash yet? I know it's very early for you,
Well,
but Tornado Cash, you know, the guy was put in jail in the Netherlands, right? Because of privacy. So let me just reload. This is the news that we got in, and I just went to the site. A judge has decided that was elite. They shouldn't have done that. That they shouldn't have stopped them. And it said on Tuesday, the court found that immutable smart contracts aren't property and can't be sanctioned under existing laws. Now, this is really good for potentially the privacy sector, the privacy coins that we all know about, right? And so it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And in fact, one of those coins is Coty. And I've been looking at trading that today, but because BTC was messing around, I decided not to because it's got quite wild swings, right? So I didn't do that. But I think it's going to be very interesting. Obviously, with Trump coming in and everything being crypto friendly, 2025 is looking to be a really good play. So that's that kind of news.
Yeah.
Now the other thing that's interesting is we talk about Bitcoin, we talk about Ethereum, and of course the other big one is Sol. And I have two charts here, which are Sol BTC and Sol ETH. So this is how Sol has been performing against BTC. You can see that Sol has been outperforming against BTC when you trade those pairs. You also see, well, yeah, it is.
Interesting.
It is. It's an ascending channel, right? I've got alerts ready to buy ETH on a dip, right? So when it kind of this is BTC, Sol BTC, but I'm going to be buying with USDT, but I've got an alert on Sol dropping back a bit to buy some more just to hold for the whole cycle. I actually sold quite a bit of Sol about a week ago, I think, and to sort of buy some other things. So I've been holding Sol from when it was quite cheap. So I kind of sold out some Sol. But yes, I think if you look at Sol ETH, look at this. So this is how Sol's been performing against ETH since 2023. It's doing really well. So I think Sol is going to be a big player in this. So people who own Sol, you might want to hold it. People who don't own it, there's going to be a pullback at some point, so you might want to get in. But yeah, that's kind of just an observation I found. I did trade one thing today, which is Tensor, which is the Sol marketplace, right? And I'm just about break even. I've just done 5x leverage. I'm just going to let it. It's actually a juicy tip that's been doing quite well, and then it came in on the 4 hour as well. I think it had already been in on the day, so I just bought some. But again, fairly low leverage. I'm not doing high leverage now because with BTC in this state, and because many of the high risk coins, if you use high leverage, if BTC falls back, you know, like it did here, like 8%, those coins are going to drop back 30. You know, so you're going to get liquidated, and that's what some of these actions are for, to liquidate people.
Yeah.
So let's move on. Let's move on to some of the juicy tips, because what I want to do is show you that even though the market is uncertain, we have had some great tip updates from juicy tips coming in, and what I've done is I've put them in this channel here. So if I go to here. Lumia is one that's been doing quite well. It came in here. It's not been going down as BTC went down. And I've got them in this order to the, oh, nice. Oh, wow. Oh, fuck me. Whoa. So as we go up these, right? Tia, look at this, right? So this has been doing really well as a juicy tip. Came in on 2 different time frames, on the 4 hour and then the 12 hour. The 4 hour is already up like 90%. That's doing really great. XTSC, again, another one came in here. The white dashed lines are the juicy tip price when they come in. That's up to 140% profit. FIDA, came in today, I think. That's already up 12%. Again, not dropping back with Bitcoin. AMP has done really well. It came in here. It came in on this buy signal here. You can see there. So that was like on the 10th of November. It's been in, and
True to its name.
Like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then ENS is another one.
Oh my.
Now that's been in. Yeah, that's been in on other juicy tips, but it came in again. I think that was today, and in fact, it was today. And it came in, I think, at 7 a.m. this morning. That's not that one, but it's actually previously on here, down here, came in. So that was up at 70%. So there are those coins, and what Zazook is great at is helping you find those. It saves me so much time as a trader.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of my report today. We're in a very interesting place with Bitcoin. Which trend line will win?
Yeah, I actually think you brought up. Yeah, I think you brought up an interesting point, especially when you got data, or you got callers saying that there was a chart that you showed and said that alt season begins at 75. And if I'm not mistaken, I mean, from what we see based on the data that's coming in through the platform, I mean, it's already happening. I mean, we're seeing like Ethereum Classic pop up. We're seeing coins like XLM, for example. Like, we're seeing coins that we haven't heard of in years start to make a move. That's right. EOS too. I think that I've seen that a couple times thrown around.
Which one? Which one?
EOS. If EOS pops, yeah, I mean,
81%.
Oh my goodness, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know, people.
Yes, of course. Yes, I completely forgot about that coin. Bloody hell.
You know how many people told me that was a scam and all this stuff, and like discredited that? They raised a bunch of money and didn't do nothing with the product. All that. It don't matter.
Yeah, no, that
price action tells you everything.
They're all kicking off. I mean, there's so many, 77% on that one, but when we scroll down, 200% on the 12-hour chart. You know, I mean, it's crazy. XRP, obviously, is another one.
So
we finished 199% profit
yeah, so
on that. Even BTC USDT. Whoops, that's not how you spell it. BTC USDT. We had 43% in the 4-hour chart, 33% in the 12-hour chart on BTC. 50% in the all coins, 50% it's still running that trade by the look of it.
So it seems what we just saw, right? If let's just say that chart, I mean, based on their statistics, that if we're gonna consider alt season like the true alt season, I think what we just had is like, you know, if you're familiar with Elliott wave theory, it's probably the first wave of a larger, you know, of a larger move, right? And so we're getting a little bit of a pullback, which is really it's necessary, right? And as this price starts to chop around, consolidate, drop a little bit, perhaps when it hits that 75 indicator that you showed with that chart there, Andy, um, you know, if that's the real alt season, then that second move could could be the what did they call that? Gen wealth opportunity? I don't know, man. We just trade price action.
Absolutely. I think 2025 is like a super cycle. I think we're on the start of a super cycle, and unless something terrible happens in the news, nothing can stop it, right? But right now we're kind of swapping. We're rotating from Bitcoin, Ethereum, what large caps. But these boomer alts have been doing like waking up. They're like a bear coming out of hibernation for like 3 years, right? And it's been incredible to watch when the tips come in and you go, what? Hang on a minute, you know, ADA, you know, XLM, what's going on? But, you know, it's just been fantastic.
Absolutely.
So yes, so that's the update for today. The market. Let's watch BTC.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you know, thanks to Andy for showing the insights, and obviously, you know, look, there's a lot of charts and things that we can deduce and hope and, you know, to build a thesis and where we're at in the market cycle. And I think that most importantly is that when we form our thesis, you know, if we have data to back it up, then when it comes to making a trade, you know, we can feel that much confident. And that's what it's all about, right? It's about utilizing tools and data sets that can help us make us become a better trader, and hopefully, you know, doing this for the long term, investing with data is in my opinion the way to go. And so yeah, if you guys like what you see, you know, feel free to join our Discord. We're going to be charting. We're going to talk, like I just woke up, you know, it's 5:30 a.m. and so I haven't done my morning routine, so I got to take a look and see what's going on, what tips came in, what's the, you know, assess probably where I think ETH is going relative to some of these other coins, and you know, sort of digest the information, because there's a lot of tips that come in, you know, and it can be quite a lot, you know, especially when you can't, there's no way that any one trader can participate in like 100 different coins. So the idea is, you know, you pick the one or two that you have the highest conviction in, and you know, and then just and let the trade play out. All right, so we'll be joining the VC. If you wanted to come link up with us, join our Discord. Links should be in the description. If not, you can find it on the website, Zazook.App. We're also doing Black Friday. This is probably the last weekend that we're going to offer. It's an 80% discount for subscription-based NFT. Now, even if, let's just say you purchase the NFT, what you lock in that discount, the thing is you don't even have to activate the subscription, because the beautiful thing about this is that you can pause it, go study, come back when you're ready, maybe when the indicators are hitting 75 and we're in the full alt season, and then activate the subscription then. But if you do purchase it, you know, I think there's a bonus too, where we'll match the amount of months that you purchase. So that's happening this weekend, and I think after that it's just going to go back to regular, and then perhaps at some point down the road there could be some discounts. But yeah, if not, then just join our Discord, because the VCs are free, and we'll be there doing the work. All right, guys, that's it for today. We'll be back again tomorrow, same time, same channel. And thank you again, Andy, for delivering on the insights. All right, take care, everybody.
You're welcome, and yeah.